Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily Oracle reading for Thursday, the 11th, 2021. We have a new moon in Aquarius. I hope you're setting your intentions and preparing yourself for the next month of shifting and moving through. The cards have been shuffled and divined, and the first card that fell in this reading is from the wisdom of the House of Night is circles. Circles. Circles represent the cyclical way of nature, that what goes around comes around, that you can't start here and go through and miss all the parts that come around to complete the circle. You may think you can cut it off at the pass, but guess what? Circles come to teach us what it is, or remind us of what it is we need to work on and what it is that we have done well with. So during this new moon, what are you planning to question that you would like to see show up in your circumstances? What energy are you expressing right now that will later express during the full moon period? Be sure, be clear, be intentional, because the circle reminds us we will see it again. So if you do not want to see it again, be intentional about what you're thinking, the emotions you're expressing, and how you want to see them show up again in your life. The second card that supports the circle or cycle is answer the call. Answering the call. So, in an authentic life, it's time to stop waiting. Stop looking for a sign, because guess what? We are creating signs with the expression and the energy that we put forth in a day. It comes back. The sign is what you see. What do you see in the mirror? What do you see returning to you? It is a sign of what you have been putting out. And if what you're seeing is not what you want in return, this is the perfect opportunity in this Aquarian moon to sit still with pen and paper, with prayer, with meditation, with intention, and autocorrect, tilt, guide, circumvent some of those things that you have put out, some of those energies that you have put out that you don't want to see again. You and only you can do the shifting. Now is the time. Answer the call. The second card that supports the cyclical nature of our lessons is the 10 of suppression. And 10s, we had a 10 yesterday, and 10s speak to ego, and they on the lowest rung of the energetic scale, and they speak to leadership on the higher rung. So don't suppress those things that you should be leading in. Suppression is okay for a little bit, but that's when you're writing it down and you're putting it on the side to deal with. But if we continue to push down and push down and push down, we're looking for an explosion, and that's what we're going to get. We don't want that. We want to push it down if we don't know exactly what to do with it, and then sit with it. Spend time to recognize what it is you had to get out of the way of, that you had not properly dealt with. What have you not forgiven yourself about? Suppression says that we give up our power each time we push something in the background. Now, find a way to release those small tensions, those things that you maybe have not quite found a way to effectively and constructively use so that they are for your better good or for your growth. But you can't just keep poking it in the back and sticking it in the drawer to deal with later. You clearly, and I clearly, have to have a time when we're going to deal with these things. Because what we don't deal with, what we suppress, our ego will not allow for so long. That power is going to come back to us, and it's usually destructive if you have not set aside a circle, a cyclical moment in this 360 that I look at these things that I've pushed away and come up with a positive and constructive way in which I'm going to deal with them, so that will allow them to have less weight, allow me to regain some of the power that is mine that I've given away. And the final card in this reading for our Aquarian full moon is vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're feeding your spirit, if it will not allow you to see a big you to see, I'm not a yous girl. Yous, what are yous doing? Never got that. But it will allow you to see what it is the bigger picture will be. And if the things you feed your mind, your spirit, your soul does not allow you to see a favorable bigger picture, then it's time to look for something that will nourish you, that will allow that vision in, because we need it. We need it. The difficult lessons of grief and loss and sorrow, they are there, and they are experiences, and we will have them. They are not the end all. They come to teach us, because we agreed to be open to spirit. And to be open to spirit is to be clear that there will be things that come through on the physical plane that will knock some of the wind out of us. But as long as we are still here, we are to put them in perspective, figure out what exactly that lesson was for us, and teach it to somebody. We have lessons, we have blessings, we have experiences, not opinions. We have experiences that have allowed us to grow. And if we don't share them, that's part of the growth. So, with that said, happy Thursday. Remember, whatever comes around goes around. So if it has not been dealt with, those things that we're suppressing and sticking away, they're coming back up. And hopefully, in that attention setting that we do, you've set an intention to go back over some of those things that are in that dark closet and pull them out, dust them off, and figure out how they benefit you in your future, in your now, or where they need to be discarded best. So, thank you for listening. Namaste. Have the best snowy new moon Aquarian day. Set your intentions, prepare, because seedlings will be sprouting soon. So I hope you put them in fertile ground. Peace and be well.